Welcome back to my channel. Here is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. So a large number of lawmakers want President Joe Biden to pass a fourth round of stimulus checks for Americans. The big question is, will all Americans receive a fourth stimulus payment? In today's video, I will be discussing who is likely to get a fourth stimulus check from the government and other possible relief provisions that might be passed very soon. Thank you so much for being here, everyone. This coming Friday evening, I will be giving away more $75 Amazon gift cards. To enter the giveaway, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, share and like this video, and also leave a comment below. Thank you so much, everyone.
Tax rate. Have you talked to CEOs about that? And have you?
Yes.
Are you open to say 25%?
I'm open to compromising, yes. It doesn't have to be exactly what I say, but to suggest that, which some of the folks are suggesting, and I'm going to meet with Republicans next week when they come back, and seriously meet with them. I'm willing to compromise, but I'm not willing to not pay for what we're talking about. I'm not willing to deficit spend. They already have us $2 trillion in the hole. So, and by the way, you saw, the last 5 leaders of the Fed coming out and saying what they say. They said Biden's plan is going to grow the economy. You have Moody's talking about increasing up to, I don't know what the most recent one is, 16 million new jobs. It's about growth, not stunting growth. Like I said, not too long ago, I guess it was back in the 2000 range, thereabouts. Don't hold me to the exact year. I'll have my staff come back with the exact date. The average CEO of the Fortune 500 companies made like 36 times what the average employee of that corporation made. It's over 450 times as much now. As my mother would say, who died and left them, boss? No, seriously, what rationale? Tell me what benefit flows from that. We're not going to deprive any of these executives of their second or third home, travel privately by jet. It's not going to affect their standard of living at all, not a little tiny bit. But I can affect the standard of living that people I grew up with. If they have a job, I can make sure the standard of living of people I grew up with. If they have child care, can afford it, so 20 million women can be back in the workforce. This is just makes no sense to me. But I'm going to have to be able to explain this, and I'm going to keep banging at it. I think I'm not being solicitous, so I'm not trying to ruin your reputation. I think most of you understand what I'm saying. Whether you agree with me or not, I think you understand what I'm saying. It's fair to say this is about making the average multimillionaire pay just a fair share. It's not going to affect their standard of living.
Millions of Americans received a $1,400 third stimulus check from the federal government, thanks to President Joe Biden's $1.9 trillion American Rescue Plan. According to USA Today, if you received a third stimulus payment from the IRS, you can expect to get a letter from the president this spring. The one-page letter has already started arriving in the mailboxes of recipients. The IRS is the agency that is mailing out these letters, but the letters are written on White House stationery and includes Joe Biden's signature at the bottom. It is similar to the letter that former President Trump sent out last year. USA Today says the letter is addressed to my fellow Americans and touts Biden's American Rescue Plan that provided emergency assistance to millions of Americans. President Biden wrote in the letter, "When I took office, I promised the American people that help was on the way. The American Rescue Plan makes good on that promise." So what do you think, everyone? How do you think President Biden is doing so far? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. Unlike the stimulus payments distributed under our former President Trump, Biden's name does not appear on the latest batch of paper checks. During the first round of stimulus checks last year, our former president reportedly asked that his signature be included on paper checks. His name eventually appeared on the checks, but not his actual signature. Earlier this year, White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said that Biden's name would be left off of the checks during this round to expedite their distribution. Jen Psaki also stated, "This is not about him. This is about the American people getting relief." In his letter, President Biden also informs the recipient how much he or she was able to receive under the new law. So this is good news for any one of you who are still missing a stimulus payment. President Biden wrote, "This has been a long, hard time for our nation, but I believe brighter days are ahead. Our economy is on the mend, and our children will be back in school. I truly believe there is nothing we cannot do as a nation as long as we do it together." Stimulus checks have injected about $850 billion in financial support to Americans over the past year. Now, the Economic Security Project is calling for more direct payments to help refuel the recovery. The Economic Security Project is advocating for additional direct payments targeted at those who need the help most. The group is also calling for improvements to the system to make it so those payments reach eligible people automatically. It is possible that not all Americans will receive a fourth stimulus check once it's passed. However, multiple lawmakers in Congress do support providing $2,000 payments to all U.S. citizens, followed by $1,000 recurring payments for 1 year. House Representatives Rashida Tlaib of Michigan and Pramila Jayapal of Washington say the federal government's relief direct cash payments do not go far enough, and they're reintroducing legislation that would utilize a loophole to provide recurring monthly payments to everyone in the United States. According to CNBC, the gap between the approval of the first $1,200 and the second $600 checks shows what can happen if people's financial needs are not addressed. During that time, up to 8 million people slipped into poverty, and that is just ridiculous. Our lawmakers definitely need to pass another stimulus payment very soon. During a conference call, Tlaib says, "It's time to get people recurring direct payments. It's time to pass the ABC Act. Other countries have been able to provide much more clearer, sustainable relief. So it's very important that we step up and push for something that is meaningful like this." Jayapal also calls the most recent federal relief legislation, the American Rescue Plan, a very important first step, a crucial down payment on the stimulus funding that's needed to fully recover from this crisis. So what do you think, everyone? Should all Americans receive a fourth stimulus payment? Please leave your thoughts in the comment section below. So that is the end of the video, everyone. I hope you found this video helpful today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I'll do my very best to answer any questions that you may have. Please do not forget to enter the $75 Amazon gift card giveaway, which is scheduled for this coming Friday evening. All you need to do is subscribe to my channel, like and share this video, and comment below. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a very, very blessed Wednesday.